self-assessment through Google Forms. So in the shared collaborative inquiry folder, if you click on the collaborative, the purple one, the form, and if you go up to make a copy, then you can then have your own class copy, and I would just rename it. So then it's highlighted blue again and rename. And you can move this out of the shared folder into your own. And if you're doing this for multiple classes, I would have a separate form for each class. But you don't have to, that's up to you. So you're going to go into your copy and you could say class 8.2, self-assessment, where you're using the collaboration. They have to put in their name, the criteria, and you can change if you want to use different qualifiers. If you want to add another column for not applicable, you can just click. I clicked once on that question and add column not applicable. And then I've put in a specific example of my contribution is, and one thing I should try next time is. So when you send this to your students, you're going to click send, and you're going to go S, your student code, or your school code, and then, there, let's just use this one, 1204 dash whatever your class, and it's going to email it to them directly. I suggest not to say, include this in an email. It configures it weird and it's odd. If you think your kids may not put their names on it, or they might put fake names, you can click to automatically collect Peel addresses, so then you know, but that's going to come as their student number. So you really want to make sure that they're putting their name there. You also have that option in the settings, so the wheel up here, collect email addresses, restrict, I mean you're emailing it to them. If you only want them to submit it once, edit after submit, I don't usually click these, and those are fine. So I usually just make sure that which is defaulted. So after I've sent it to them, so it's going to look like this when the students receive it, and they're going to type in their name. They're going to click where they want to be, and they have to answer each of these for it to submit. Today I helped my group by writing all the ideas for everyone. Next time I should ask clarifying questions. I know this may not be their terminology. Questions when I don't understand someone's opinion. And then they're going to submit it. So what that then looks like for you is back in your folder, wherever you've kept it, you can go back into this at any time, and you're going to look at the responses and click the, you can look at it through here and it will give you individual. I find it easier on the spreadsheet. Create new spreadsheets, whatever the same title is, and create. It's going to create it in the same spot of where that folder is, of where the original form is. It'll come up right beside it. So what that looks like is a Google Sheet. When I completed it, my name, my answers, here's your original questions at the top. And you can just, if you want to be able to read that. So if you want to keep separate all of your classes using one form, I would add in a question that says, rather than it says name and then says class, and they can choose which, or type in which class. So then on your spreadsheet, you would just have to sort by class, and you could have it all in one spreadsheet. If you do separate forms for each class, you'll have a separate spreadsheet for each class. As you continue building their self-reflection or self-assessment tools, you could then add on organization responsibility. You could add on the rest of these and make it a longer form, or you could do separate forms for separate pieces. And the only other thing I think I forgot was here the teacher beforehand should edit what the task is, or if you're just having them say, this week I showed collaboration by, your choice. But again, everything is fully editable. And one last piece of information, you can use the same form, just tell them to go back to the same email. And if you change the task, it will automatically update and it will still populate to this same spreadsheet if you're using the same form, and you'll just be able to see the timestamp. The only piece that you won't be able to see in this form is which task it was relating to. So just keeping track of the timestamp that on November 22nd, it was about the math task. On December 1st, it was about the French speaking collaboration.